that makes sense. Like, why would they rule him out? Like, I don't know if they found the body in his car, like maybe like investigation, like they ask him questions. But him helping the cops would mean that he will be out of the suspect range, which wouldn't make sense because the body was found in his car. Like if we take all the artist part out, it's still very suspicious because he knew the girl and the body was found in his car.
Opposite has occurred. He has been basically silent, other than commenting under some TikToks and obviously deleting tons of stuff, as well as privating all of his comment sections or turning them off. Another phrase for it. He has been anything but cooperative with the police, which honestly isn't the best look.
So many new videos and clips have surfaced of David and his connection to Celeste, the 15-year-old girl who was found.
By the way, him deleting stuff does not make him like very suspicious. It's just like, no, actually, it is because, like I was about to say, he could have been moved from the event, but he didn't cancel his tour directly when this happened. Like, he took a little bit more time to cancel his tour. If I remember correctly, I'm not sure.
Found in his Tesla in a tow yard. This one is her backstage at a concert. In this video, she has a Hello Kitty shoes on, and this was back in 2024.
Very recently, the internet has found a...
You're gonna tell me he's innocent? You gonna try to tell me he's innocent? You gonna try to tell me he's innocent? 2024, 1 year before she disappeared, if I'm not mistaken, he was with her. Like, and like the thing is, he doesn't. Maybe he's shaken from the event and he doesn't let it show. But like, there's too many sus things to not put him as a suspect. That's just my problem.
Lot of video footage that is allegedly of Celeste. We're about to get into how David has made the case much harder, but that's going to be after we discuss the video footage. Obviously, a lot of you already know this, but Celeste did like Hello Kitty a lot. She had a lot of Hello Kitty clothes, and if some of you notice, you can see that his profile picture is Hello Kitty, which is very weird and, dare I say, incredibly creepy.
We found out today that the U.S. leg of his tour is canceled.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with liking Hello Kitty. I'm gonna just say that. Not that I like Hello Kitty, but there's nothing wrong to like Hello Kitty. I'm gonna just do something real quick. I'll be back. I'm still here. But like, I just feel like it's just like to a certain extent. But like, we can't just say like, ooh, look, like he got perfectly sure of something that she liked, because I feel like there are many people who like Hello Kitty. By the way, I just went to grab a tissue. Now I'm back. I accidentally pressed the wrong button on my computer. Might have done a very bad thing. But anyway, let's watch the video.
Evidence of her being hurt inside the home. They took a laptop as well as several other bags of evidence. We don't know what's in them yet. People have shared photos from his private story, and what blows my mind is that people knew about her, even in his Discord, and yet nothing was done to help her. This flyer was...
Yeah, that's the thing. They knew about her. They knew like the connection that both of them had. It's not like they just knew like she existed. They knew about her and David. I think that's like what's intended. That's what is implied by that.
Was also shared, which shows that she went missing in 2014, but she came back home and went missing again.
I'm not going to show the photos for their privacy, but recently, allegedly...
That's very, very, very strange. I'm just saying that's very, very, very strange.
A lot of photos have resurfaced people have taken of Celeste's parents walking around, and it's very controversial when you talk about the parents. People are either like, oh man, it's their fault. Why did they not report her missing? Or people are like, let them grieve. It's their daughters. So you can say what you want.
I mean, the thing is, like, we can only blame the parents for so long, but like, it's literally someone who killed them. It's like saying, I let my dog out. He gets ran over by a car, and like it's my fault for letting him out. No, it's also the fault of the driver for driving over the dog. Like, I don't know. It just feels like common sense to me, but maybe it's not common sense for everyone.
Me personally, I'm not going to blame them because I feel like it's not my place. We don't know enough about the case. It is true that she went missing allegedly, then returned, and then went missing again.
By the way, he looks very scary. I don't know why. Like, there is something very scary about him. He's crazy pose, by the way. Like, crazy pose. By the way. Looks like a grin right now. But I'm saying, like, I don't know, just gives strange vibe, like not trustworthy vibe.
But I just feel like it's wrong to attack the parents because we don't know everything. And just to automatically attack the parents kind of feels wrong. And the main reason I say this is because I've seen comment sections under other cases and people feel the need to be like, it's the sister's fault or it's the mom's fault for not doing enough. And it just feels wrong, you know, because we are spectators and to automatically assume a situation that we are.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we make assumption way too fast. Way too fast. Anyway, I'm talking too much. So let's keep the video rolling.
Only hearing a few different things and the news is constantly changing. It just feels wrong.
Many other photos connected to her. She loved Hello Kitty. There's the shoes. Here's this little keychain thing she had. And here's him on 2/7/2024 with that on. Now, someone also shared a screenshot of Celeste in David's Discord, and it said that she had joined in 2021, and I can't confirm that that is 100% true. But I find it interesting that he says it's the girl he met in 2021, but in other messages, it appears that he didn't live there at the time. So I don't know if that's how they met, and then when he moved, he was closer to her. I don't know.
Be careful, especially when it comes to screenshots, what you believe, because those can easily be faked. I know I've said that before, and
yeah, that's true. A lot of screenshots can be fake in a lot of stories. If you use the screenshot stuff, especially nowadays with like AI and stuff, even pictures could be fake. Like everything you see on social media could be fake. It's even possible that I don't even exist. Like that's the crazy part about it. We've gone so far within technology that we reached the point of like doubting everything, which is pretty scary. I think also my volume is kind of low. I have to wait. I'm sorry, I just threw my camera away. I couldn't make my volume higher, but I made like the video lower.
I sound like a broken record. I just want to say that for sure. And I'm not saying these are fake, but there could be fake ones of Celeste. Like there could be many different fake things in here, fake messages. There's been so many screenshots of messages. I'm just always kind of worried when I see them because I don't know 100%. You know, it's just, you never really know if they're real or not. And I hate assuming something so big when I just don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's not a small case, it's a murder case. So like, you can't not just be like, I seen this, so it's true. So, okay, now maybe I'll have like to backtrack what I said in the beginning when I said like, yeah, internet provided so much evidence because a lot of evidence could have been fake. Like, they just fake it to either like create interaction or just to condemn David. But still, like, I'm not saying he's innocent because there are like a lot of things that points to him, but I'm saying they could be like quote unquote proof that aren't really proof, and it's just the internet. That's probably why cops take a longer time for this case because they have to take their time because it was public way too fast, and then there's a lot of people like gossiping about it. I feel like he could have like the same issue as when W. Melly, like the long trial that he has to wait because like he's a celebrity and stuff. I don't know where it's based actually. I don't know like if there is like I don't know like if you would get life in prison or stuff like that. But yeah.
No.
David is not talking with the police. It was reported a few days ago by TNC that David was cooperating with the police, but it's now been acknowledged by the LAPD that David is remaining silent and lawyering up. Also, I keep seeing videos about how they found an Eddie in the backyard at David's house, which is not true. It is clearly an AI news video, and you guys seriously need to stop reposting me.
That's what I've been saying. AI. That's what I've been saying. Literally, they use AI for certain stuff, which is very scary. Like, let me just shut up because the video is like 30 minutes and I'm yapping way too much.
these fake AI pictures and shit. If any one of these things get brought up in court, then this full case could go out the window.
And David's friends have all been unfollowing him, trying to delete photos they have with him. They've just been doing their best to distance himself. And we already know that there was likely someone else involved in the removal and all of the actions that happened after Celeste's horrific passing. So we likely allegedly know that there is going to be someone else involved. So I'm just saying, please don't sue me. It's likely one of his friends.
Okay, so the thing is, logically speaking, if he's the guilty person, he wouldn't do that alone, because doing that deed alone, it's gonna sound really suspicious. I'm not talking out of experience. I'm just saying, I just feel like it would be very complicated to move around a dead person to your car and hide it so well for so long and not saying it to anyone. I just feel like it would be way too complicated. It's better to have. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet, because I'm gonna give advice to maybe criminals. Please do not do that. I'm just saying that to an information title, not recommending you to do it.
Who else would it be? If someone was involved in it, someone is not talking. And obviously that's why no one else is talking. I remember watching a TikTok and the person was talking about how someone needs to come forward or it's gonna take forever and we probably will never get the person. But I just don't think anyone will, because especially if these people were involved in helping him, I just don't see why they would.
Back then, the LAPD was denied because they didn't have a good enough reason. And now they must have a good reason because they're able to get this approved, which means that the report, the medical examiner's report, has something within it that could jeopardize the case. An LA police detective told a court recently that the publication of the details surrounding the death of Celeste could jeopardize the investigation.
So yeah, more good news. I know, right? I do not know what this could be. Let me know what you think. And I know I've
heard rumors about her potentially having overdosed on drugs, from what I've heard. But it's only rumors, it's the internet, so I don't know whether to believe it or not. However, I just feel I don't know, I just feel it's strange. I don't know.
Sound like I'm begging for engagement. I promise you, I do not want engagement. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm genuinely curious what you guys think it could be. Could it be something about her? And we've heard allegations. TMZ, apparently this may have been false. Something about her BODY being frozen and that jeopardizing the situation. I do not know exactly what this could mean, but clearly it's not good.
They claimed that making the autopsy findings public will reveal, or tend to reveal, the ongoing investigation and the integrity of the investigation, as well as the identity of witnesses and or informants who are cooperating with law enforcement, and the content of the information they have provided, which could endanger the lives of witnesses or compromise the investigation. So there's something in the findings that they found, I guess, as far as Celeste's body goes, that could reveal a lot about this case and could implicate a lot of people. It sounds like people's lives are at risk.
Okay, so earlier I was saying it's very complicated to do that too. I just thought there will be two people. If there is way more than that, it's just insane. Could you imagine tens of people, a group of people just cooperating to organize the unaliving of a 14-year-old? That would be really insane. That I don't know, that would be insane.
I am so curious what that means exactly. Does it mean a lot of people were involved and that there was some kind of group that could endanger them? I just don't know what that could mean. And honestly, they say that it could be bad, but maybe it could lead to more evidence. We do not know. I hope, especially because it's taken so long, that's a sign that there's a lot of stuff that they can do, that they can link it to the person that committed this horrific crime. I hope that's what it is. But it does look pretty complicated, and maybe because of this, that's the reason it's taken so long, because they claim that it's putting people in danger, and if that's true, obviously that's going to make it take a lot longer. So maybe that's a reason, and it's not due to the lack of evidence, which a lot of people have thought was the reason.
In 2.5 months since the body of Celeste Rivas was discovered, still there's been no official cause of death determined by the LA County Medical Examiner. And now we have learned that that information will not be posted or released anytime soon because of this court order that has been issued. The LA County Medical Examiner received that order on Friday. It was initiated by the LAPD. It means that no records or details associated with the case, including the cause and manner of death, and medical examiner report can be released until further notice. All this unfolding as the LAPD has held off on making any arrest in the case.
Clary Stiles says release all the information so the public can solve the case.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have cheered on.
I don't think the public will solve the case, to be honest. Like, realistically speaking, there is a lot of misinformation that could be going around, and like, even if we say the truth, people are gonna like take it, bend it to fit the narrative that they would want to push, and then they'd say it's the truth, which will be very problematic. But yeah,
And people obviously digging up stuff, because that has been very helpful. But hot take, I know this is kind of controversial to say, I feel like releasing all the information and just letting the internet like dig through stuff might not be the best idea. I'm not saying I trust the authorities. Don't come for me, please. I promise I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, like, it just might lead to a lot more fake stuff.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I definitely agree. Like, that's the logical continuation of what would happen if you put very important information in the hands of people that you don't even know who they are behind their screens.
Because when all this stuff comes flooding out, people are not going to fact check everything. And people have the attention span of like a Dubai chocolate average watcher. So people are probably just going to do, like, they're going to be like, oh, this is the conclusion I have. And when it's proven false, they're going to be like, well, I don't care. I'm not looking into it anymore. Like, I've seen so many situations online that have occurred, and people are going to treat this horrific event like they treat everything. They're going to make up an assumption based off of probably something false, and then they'll just go with it, rather than the authorities coming out.
Literally agreed 100%. They always do that.
Out with an actual statement, if that makes sense. Once again, not saying I trust the authorities. Please don't take it like that. I'm kind of losing some hope. I've been losing hope, especially over this situation. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like the internet cannot be as helpful as we wish it would be.
New disturbing David update. A source close to her mother said they knew about the relationship with David. The family posted pictures.
I don't believe it. I believe he's just capping. To be honest, I don't believe it. I just believe he's capping right now.
Of when she was missing. But then the mother got a phone call saying, stop looking for her. She's fine. They also asked the mother to take down the pictures when she posted pictures of her daughter after she went missing. And of course,
Let me do some real quick. I have to check some real quick. Again, another small break. Okay, so y'all can see me. I'm just fixing something real quick. Don't worry, it's not gonna take very long. I just got to fix the setting of my stream because like there is literally no one, which is a bit funny. But yeah, I just have like to change a few things. Everything seems good. Okay. Okay, so everything seems to be working. I'm checking also like the moderation and everything, like every part of the stream right now. But it doesn't seem to have any issue. So let's keep watching. watching, because it's pretty interesting, to be honest. It's just like, it just feel weird to like watch murder cases unfold when like you don't know, like, allegedly. You have to put allegedly every time, because what if like the person is innocent, so it's innocent until proven guilty. But yeah,
Of course, she took it down, or else we would have known about it.
This is likely a rumor. Obviously, it's a possibility. I do not agree with this TikTok. Why I am showing it to you is because it shows a perspective of what the internet is thinking right now. A lot of people are furious at the parents. And once again, we've already been over.
we can blame the parents for everything. Something that I've learned personally, you can't blame them for everything. At some point, it's the fault also of the ones who actually did the crime. But yeah,
that and what I specifically think on that. I can't tell you what to think. I don't blame you if you are kind of annoyed, but at the same time, just remember that misinformation spreads quickly. We don't know everything for sure, so let's just be extra careful. But this is what a lot of people have been saying. But because she allegedly deleted it, we don't know for sure. And once again, it could just be a huge rumor. That's why I would say don't ever go for the family. Please, obviously, do not message them anything. I'm sure they've had.
yeah, do not talk to the families of victims. Like, to be honest, it could be the worst thing to do, because like, imagine you have your family member that just like gets unalived, and like, you have people saying like, yeah, it's your fault, why didn't you do something, like, why didn't you, like, come on now, like, please be respectful, just don't talk to them. Like, even if you are respectful, it could get really annoying to get like 1,000 messages from people that never know you, that only know your family member because that person died, and they like were following the singer before, or something like that. I don't know. Let's just keep playing.
Problems with that because so many people are coming at them. Just remember that they are the family of Celeste at the end of the day.
Somebody else said it seems like Celeste's family doesn't care. I haven't seen a single person from her family speak out on anything. I wouldn't.
That's stupid to say. That's very stupid to say. You can't say they don't care because they haven't like posted something. Like, they live live. They don't live on social media. I mean, if my dog died right now, I wouldn't make a post about it until I'm over it, like until I grieve, like until I'm mentally ready to talk about it. And that's my dog. Like, if it was my kid, I don't have kids, by the way. I'm single too, by the way. But you get what I mean. Like, sometimes they don't talk because they just need like to get over the idea, because they're still like in their feelings, in their emotions, and they need like better clarity to express themselves better when they have to make a statement. But they don't have to make a statement. They don't have to
Say that, per se. I mean, it could be part of the investigation. They've been told to be quiet. To give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe they do have information against David, and if it became public,
I haven't thought about that. Maybe it's part of the investigation.
or they made posts, or they started speaking about it, then it could maybe not be used in court, or, David's team could find a way to discredit them. Now, this recent announcement we got from the medical examiner's office isn't the first time
So there's someone in my chat. Hi, if you're watching.
that they have spoken. Remember back in September, the LAPD tried to silence the ME, but the ME did say back in September that they found Celeste wearing a tube top, a size small black leggings.
Okay, firstly, I completely agree with this YouTuber on the first point. We have to also remember it's an ongoing investigation. It's easy to say that they deleted things or that they knew or stuff, but to come at them and say, well, they didn't talk about it, they haven't spoken out. If you're getting sued or something like that happens, you have to like be quiet. So imagine a case.
Exactly. That's the thing. There are many things that you can talk about. But I also feel like there is the part about like feelings. Like when someone dies, it's hard to talk about it sometimes. But I feel like there's also the investigation, because it's been like 2 months. I mean, certain person grief different, but you get what I mean. Like, I feel like it's more about the investigation.
Case like this to this serious extent, I am willing to bet a lot that they are just keeping quiet because that's what they've been told to do by lawyers. Like, I feel like people do not understand that. They can just post whatever. It just would not be good.
So please, unless you see an actual news source or absolute proof of anything, don't make a video about it. There's more than enough evidence tying David to Celeste Rebez, and everyone is just taking this comment that David made in the Discord server where he says him and Celeste have a kid on the way, and now they're trying to say that she was actually pregnant or anything. It has never been confirmed if Celeste Rebez was pregnant or not, and I highly doubt police will even be able to tell, since her found incomplete and severely
to commit such a disgusting thing and do something so disgusting one time, they likely are going to do it more than once. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is confirmed. I'm not going to act all surprised, but we just have to remember that that isn't confirmed.
If this is the same Celeste, that means that she was 11 years old at the time of the interactions. David would have been around 15 or 16 years old at this time. There are also other interactions between fans in which they speculate that David's girlfriend is named Celeste. In October of 2023, Esmeralda and Esmeralda's mother are seen with Celeste in Las Vegas. And coincidentally, David had a concert in Las Vegas at the same time. This Instagram post has since been deleted by Esmeralda's mother.
But the thing is, it could be just a coincidence. Could be a coincidence. I'm just saying, just could be a coincidence.
He performed October 28, 2023 at the T-Mobile Arena. At this point, David and Celeste would have been only communicating for about a year. Reddit users have speculated that this specific video that is taken in the second location in Hollywood was taken January 11, 2024.
And as some of you may know by now, all of the videos and clips and photos that have resurfaced that look like the girl is Celeste are not confirmed, but look like it likely is.
Oh, so okay. So this I didn't know. I didn't know it wasn't confirmed. I thought like it was 100% her on the video, but apparently it's not. But I thought like it was like pretty. I mean, they seem pretty resembling, even though like her face was hidden most of the time. It was pretty resembling.
Could be her. She's almost always being told to cover her face, or has likely been told to, or he is pushing her out of the video or the stream, or if she says something that seems to be hinting at something that could expose him, he quickly shuts off the live stream or the video. It's all incredibly suspicious. Like the amount of fake.
Like he was moving very suspicious. I still don't get like. I mean, I do understand, but still, like I don't know how long the investigation is gonna go on. But yeah,
face covering photos that like the girl looks like it could be her is so like honestly it's so creepy and weird. And I know I sound like a broken record because everyone's been saying this, but honestly, how did none of his fans say anything this entire time? Like there was one comment that has been.
That's the thing. Why none of his fans say, "Oh, you're dating a minor"? No, actually, some actually did. Like there was one comment that kind of blew up because like he was calling out David way back. But I just feel like people have a bias when they see celebrities. They just like accept whatever they'll go because they are celebrities. I don't know. It's just like an opinion on it.
Found under his videos, but like how has this not gotten like any attention? Because I'm aware he's not like a major singer. Like he has a lot of hits, but he's not like, you know, he's not like Ariana Grande, so he doesn't have like a million people paying attention to him at every second. But still, he still had a fan base. Not one person could have like spread the message. That's what I do not understand.
I did try to take a look at the video myself, but
Hi to the people joining the live, by the way.
suspiciously, Twitch Tracker actually took the video down, so I'm not sure if this was actually January 11, 2024, but this is alleged. And just to pull it back to the family, I don't remember ever seeing any report during the month of January at all regarding Miss Rivas Hernandez. The first official missing persons report we get is on February 14th, 2024. At this point, she is the age 13, so they have been allegedly talking online for at least 2 years by this point.
But the thing is like, how true are those proof? Because like she has to say allegedly, obviously, because it's an ongoing case. But I'm still like wondering how true are those proof? Because like I'm not saying he's innocent, but they could have been talking for longer or less time, and we wouldn't even know. Like I don't know.
In a Facebook post, Celeste's mother wrote that Celeste had been last seen on February 14, 2024. Please share. It's my daughter and I'm distraught and she has been missing for 24 hours. According to police records, she was reported missing February 15, 2024. Her family called Riverside County Sheriff officials at 9:18 a.m.
Connecting back to the recent update about the investigator saying lives could be in danger, is he talking about the family? Could David have some sort of power to harm them? Is that why they're possibly being silenced in a way? I am not sure. I'm just honestly kind of curious. That I've just been thinking.
Celeste was seen on home cameras leaving the house sometime around 2 a.m. She had also even left a letter for her family, although it is unclear what the letter said. Deputies were later called to the house at 7:41 p.m. for a follow-up report. She was then returned home to her family in February.
Oh, so she found, like, she was back to her house in the same month she disappeared in 2024, right? If I understood correctly, that's what happened.
What is very unclear is if the family called the cops in Hollywood to see where she had been staying during that time. We also have this photo which shows David interacting with another person who's holding a bag, and based on Google Maps, David was in Lake Elsinore. According to Google Maps, David was standing 0.3 miles from the home where Celeste Rivas was living with her family. It is exactly a 6-minute walk to Celeste's family home from this location that he's standing in currently.
And as some of you
This is insanely suspicious. Insanely suspicious.
viewers know, that photo is very significant because it's where he's allegedly paying off people who know about the relationship. Obviously, we do not know. I know I sound like I've said this quote so many times in this video already. I know that I sound like I'm repeating myself or that I'm just saying the basic information or the basic knowledge around this case, but I know that some of you already know that that is a photo where he's allegedly paying people off. And could it be true? Yes, it's a little bit suspicious, but we do not know for sure the background of that photo.
One of Celeste's classmates and also ex-boyfriend Damien revealed that Celeste confided in him about her difficult relationship with her parents.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know how it's true because like TMZ got a few information wrong, but I heard about like the ex-boyfriend and stuff. And the crazy part is like he's still in school, and like the girl that he was dating dated like a dude that was more rich, more famous, but older, and that allegedly unalived her. And he has to live to the fact that one of his ex was unalived and is still in school. Like, that's insane.
Saying they were mean and that she didn't like them. He said that Celeste often talked about running away and even joked about it at school, but no one thought she was serious. A teacher also went viral for claiming that he taught Celeste before she went missing. He claims that she actually ran away to Hollywood a prior time in order to be with David, who she met online, but that the police tracked her down and returned her to the mother.
This guy could be making it up, but I did see this TikTok. Some of you also...
Yeah, it could be making it up. There are a lot of people that will do any crazy thing for clout, and that is like insane. When I say insane, I don't mean like, oh, that's crazy. No, I mean like that's literally mentally ill. Like, you're not supposed to like get clout from someone dying. I'm just saying.
May have seen it because it did go viral, but it was honestly really sad, especially if it was real, because he just seemed kind of distraught, and he was talking about how, like, guys, you just got to be careful online. You can't meet up with random people. And I honestly know that, like, if it truly is him, he probably does feel guilt, even though it is not his fault. You know, like, when a situation, horrific things happen, and you think, like, oh, well, I could have done something. Why did I? You know how your brain tells you that?
Yeah, that's true, and that's also what the family could have been feeling. And the worst part is, for the family, people are gonna be like, yeah, it's the parents' fault because they didn't take care of the daughter. That is like the worst part, the worst type of feeling that they could have, because of like the repercussion of the case being so public, and because David was a public figure. But yeah.
Well, maybe he's at that state. Who knows? It could just be someone lying. We don't know for sure. Whenever a situation goes viral or a crime goes viral, people fake things, people lie. That always happens. So we don't know for
See, I agree with that, but the problem is like, you're not supposed. I mean, like, lying is bad, obviously, but you're not supposed to lie in in things that have such an importance. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just feel like it's wrong to lie in general. I just feel like it's wrong.
Sure, but I did see that TikTok. It's hard to know exactly if it's true or not, but I'm sure a lot of you also did see it. So let me know if you know anything else about specifically that TikTok.
And according to reports, she did not stay home long because on March 19, 2024, Celeste's family again reported her missing. And this is when we find out that her sister was actually looking for her. She had went to the gas station to get a video of Celeste.
My bad. I didn't even know she had a sister, but I heard about the story like of the gas station video, but I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Running across the street. So her family was obviously looking for her at this point. But just 17 days later, there would be the last and final missing persons report on April 5th, 2024. At this point, we do see that the family has filed the missing persons report, and we also do see that there is a poster made and a lot of interactions on social media regarding the family in trying to find Celeste. And I want to point out, Steve Fisher states,
Okay, wait. So, if I remember the situation correctly, she went missing first, the 14th February 2024. She came back in February. She went missing in April again. And that's when like we didn't have any news after that. That must be like scary for the family. Because like the first time she came back, they feel relieved probably. But the second time she left, they could have think like, yeah, she's gonna come back again. And then after months passing, no, it must feel like horrible.
from the start of his investigation, someone close to the situation in Lake Elsinore told him that after the last report, certain family members instructed concerned neighbors not to search for Celeste because she was staying with a family member near Los Angeles. 16 days after this missing persons report, April 21st, 2024, Celeste, Esmeralda, Celeste's cousin, and David are alleged to have gone to Six Flags.
Obviously, it is alleged, but there's a lot of photos, and let's just say it does not look good. Specifically, the Six Flags, there is a lot of stuff. Like, we know with the age of AI and stuff that it could be fake. I know, once again, you get the idea.
Yeah, that's the problem. We have AI, we have all this technology, everyone can fake anything. That's why like we have to wait for official reports, and even like the pages that should be reliable, like TMZ, aren't reliable. They just take like what's the hottest news and post it.
It could be fake, but there's a lot of stuff specifically related to Six Flags. I just remember looking at different videos and articles about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, how is this guy not in handcuffs now?
There's a Build-A-Bear workshop certificate that Steve Fisher, the private investigator, located inside of David's home with the name Esmeralda. And then we also have video footage of David himself riding a roller coaster at Six Flags. 39 days after this interaction, we see Celeste with her cousin Esmeralda at her graduation. And we all know from experience, at a high school graduation, normally who's there? Family, adult family. I also want to point out that the family stated that they had contact with Celeste in late May via phone. But to me, it looks like it was a little bit more than that. June 1st, 2024, we spotted.
It didn't click in my head. Like, and click in my head that they saw each other. So basically, she was missing, but not fully missing, because like she was still alive and well. I don't know.
Celeste at a family gathering. Do we know if this video was taken on June the 1st, 2024? No, we don't.
I really wish the best for the cousin in a time like this. People better not make up assumptions about the cousin. Honestly, just let the cousin grieve. I really wish the best for her. I remember when the situation first began to spread like wildfire online, someone allegedly texted the brother of Celeste, and the brother ended up responding. It was like, that's my sister, because the person sent photos, and some people on Twitter found it very unethical. They were like, hey, don't bother the brother, let him grieve over his sister, which I do not know if it was real or not. I am not sure. Once again, it was right around the time it took off, so there's a possibility that they quickly found the brother, and the brother, was like, saw the notification. There is a possibility that was real, but remember, do not. I feel like they should.
The thing is, there is so many fake news, so we don't actually know what to believe. Personally, I'd rather like just wait until the case is really unrevealed, more than like just believing what the internet has to say. Because I believe in what the internet have to say, I'm gonna like talk about it with my friend, then you can tell me like another internet theory, and then like it's just gonna be like maybe we're both in the wrong, and like we won't know the truth until it actually unravels.
Doesn't even have to be said. Even if you have good intentions, do not text the family members. You could put them in danger. Just don't do it. No matter what intentions you have, just leave them alone because it's just never okay.
But we know it was posted on that day. At this point, she would have been missing for 57 days total. And lastly, September 8th, 2024, we spot Celeste outside of the family home arguing with neighbors. So let's run through this really quickly. She was reported missing February 14, 2024, March 19, 2024, and April 5, 2024. A total of 3 official missing persons reports. But she was known to be in the presence of family while missing at least 4 times. So obviously,
Okay, so it was missing, but like missing from the main family house, but not like completely missing. Like we have absolutely no idea of where she is. So that's at least a little, like, tiny bit good. I mean, it was good back at the time, like kind of like reassuring. But yeah,
this tells us that the family did not properly report back with police to keep track of disappearances and reappearances. We also know that dispatch records show that police were called to the Rivas family home in Lake Elsinore 11 times before she vanished and 22 more times after she vanished.
And obviously from the
that's a lot of times. That's a lot of times.
classmates' perspective, she did not have a good relationship with her family, but we do know a lot of teenagers say that about their family after a fight. So we don't know exactly what their relationship was like. Maybe it was just like once.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna fix that. Wait, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh, is it better now? Wait. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
2, 3 fights, and she truly, we don't know how bad it truly was.
Also, hi, how you doing?
Because it could have been a really bad relationship, it could have been a really good one, but obviously one thing is for sure that she kept running away from home. This is not me coming at the family, do not take it that way. What I'm saying is just clearly she and the joke she made about running away, clearly she did not enjoy it at home, if that makes sense. It seemed like it was more than just like a one-time fight.
September 8th,
But the thing is, like, she ran away so many times. Like, I don't know about the family, like, how they gonna think about it. But I just feel like they would be concerned, like, the first few times that it happens. Maybe all the time it happened. I don't know. I never had kids, obviously. But I don't know. I just feel like it's like kind of like complicated in a certain way that they wouldn't. I don't even know why I'm weeping that much, but yeah.
2025, Miss Reed is discovered inside of the Tesla. Let's talk about how exactly her body was identified. TMZ spoke with Celeste's mom last week, and she told us about her tattoo, adding it was in red ink. I want to say something about the tattoo portion of this statement. The tattoo did not appear on David up until September of 2024, which coincidentally is the same time that Celeste is seen outside arguing with neighbors. So this definitely tells me that they were...
Okay, so they have matching tattoos, which is crazy. Like, they have matching tattoos. It's insane.
seeing her during the time that she was missing positively, if I'm going based off of when we see the tattoo appear on David himself.
And of course, we've heard the song. A lot of us, it went viral on YouTube and did some numbers on TikTok, even began a trend, which we've already talked about that, and that was not very ethical. I do not think that we should be using the song as like a cutesy little photo of me and my boyfriend or me and my girlfriend, but separate the art from the artist. That was always their argument when they used the literal song about the poor girl that was... I don't even need to elaborate on what happened, but once again, I've already talked about this before, and people have already covered this. Separate the art from the artist is such a dumb thing. If they do...
That's also a good question. Like, can we really separate the art from the artist if the artist done like the worst thing ever, like just unalive someone straight up, and you're gonna say like, yeah, maybe he did that, but he has good music. Like, I don't know, because sometimes they do have good music. Sometimes they do have good music. I don't condone David, by the way. I don't condone it.
Something terrible, you can't separate the art from them. If you listen to your music, you're currently giving them money. It's not that hard to pick something else. He's not Shakespeare. Like, you'll survive. Pick something else. Like, you will survive without romantic homicide. You'll survive without the songs. Sure, are they decent? Yes, they are. I will admit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there are many artists that you could listen beside that one person, but you still choose to listen to that one person that is a criminal, non-criminal. I don't know what to think about you. I still do. Like, for example, I used to listen to YNW Melly. Allegedly, he's a murderer. He had some good music. I stopped listening to him because, like, it's not Shakespeare, just like she said. But yeah,
they're good. It doesn't automatically make him bad, but separating the art from the artist is just a dumb thing to say, because it's just coping with the fact that you're actively supporting someone who is evil. Not to mention how strange David was. His TikToks are interesting because they're all silly. 6'7", or La Boo Boo, or look at all the La Boo Boos around my waist when I perform, or look how funny and with the times I am, guys. I'm so fun and with you. But some of his songs are really creepy, especially his older ones where he talks about how like life was hell and how he hated his life and he wanted to, you know what, and he was homeschooled and he just did not like anything. And
see, like, if you look their first content, it's gonna look like straight up confessions. Like, if you look what someone posts when they are in their dark days, you can predict what they're gonna do. If someone is like that bad mentally, and then like it goes up mentally directly, he gets the fame and everything, I just feel like in the back of their mind, no pun intended, in the back of their mind, it's still messed up. So you still have like to look out for them.
they are creepy, and I've played some of them before, and I have to be careful for obvious reasons, copyright and all of that. I don't know how many songs he has rights over. A bunch of them have been deleted. He tries to delete them, but people have saved a lot of them. It's just weird, because like on one side he's just posting like funny, silly little stuff, and he even commented under a Baby No Money's video, allegedly, about when Baby No Money cosplayed as a character from K-pop Demon Hunters, and he commented something laughing emoji or laughing my butt off, something like that, and people were making fun of it. They're like, oh, David's so corny for this, which once again, allegedly, but it's just, isn't that a little bit weird? Like, on one side he's like acting all silly, and then he's saying like the most disturbing, creepy stuff in some of his old songs, and even some of...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can't separate the art from the artist, because the artist makes the art, and through the art they express themselves. So if he did some creepy stuff, even though like try to act silly, it's even more scary, I think.
His new ones, and he's singing about just very dark things, which, don't get me wrong, obviously there's nothing wrong with singing about those topics, but when someone's allegedly committed a horrific crime, all of a sudden it makes it a little bit less listenable to. Basically, every time there's been a trend, this guy has done it, and he's tried to do it in a sillier way every time, and that's just very weird. And obviously, the minute the accusations dropped, he just removed himself, has not posted.
Yeah, no, the thing is also, like, if he's innocent, he would feel like incredibly bad just to be like accused of things that he didn't do. Like, that's the thing. If he's innocent, that would make sense for him to remove his content. However, if he's guilty, that will also make sense for him to remove his content. In both ways, he's just probably trying to avoid the backlash that comes with it.
Anything. His last video has like 100 million views or something, and the comments obviously are shut off, and that's just weird. Plus, like, he's like standing over other pop stars, and it's just honestly very, I mean, I'm not saying this is weird in itself, but it's just weird how different the two different things are. I don't know, it kind of creeps me out, I'm gonna be so honest. Maybe it was his way of coping with what he allegedly had just done. Let's say he did for sure do it. Maybe it was his way of coping somehow. I just feel like, hot take, if you did something like that or you participated in something like that, Like, how could you just go along with your life? I've already said this, and I know that, like, anyone.
That's the thing. It's like I was asking myself that question earlier. It's like, why do they do such heinous crime? Like, what do they get from that? Because, like, realistically speaking, if you do those type of stuff, you don't gain anything. You just lose everything. You make someone lose their lives. You lose your own life because of the consequences from it. So what do you really have to gain from that?
Who is normal can see what I'm trying to say. I just don't understand. Maybe it was some way for him to try to like deal with the fact that he'd done something terrible. Maybe he just doesn't care. I don't know, but it's just really unsettling. So that's the video. I do not feel like talking about this any longer, and I feel like we've gone over the updates. Yep, not very good stuff, but I will let you know if there are any more updates, and I'll see you in the next one.
Pretty good video. I think we can agree on that. I just feel like the whole David case is very disturbing because like we know stuff, but yet like we're still a little bit in denial of everything. I don't know, like it's just pretty strange. I feel like we should probably try to like, I don't know. I just feel like we should just not pay attention until it's fully resolved, and then it'd be way better. Like if we just actually wait until it's fully resolved, then it'd be better. But yeah, I'm in the stream now. Good night, good morning, good day to whoever is listening to that. And yeah, see y'all later.